Hi everyone. I wanted to show you around my course, and as I do, I think I'll also indicate places where I plan on making changes based on what we've learned in the modules. So this is what students see when they first come to my page, or the course page. The announcement section, which was called the news tool, they've made some changes in CourseDen. I make use of this 3 to 5 times a week. This was one of the last ones, I think the last one actually from this past summer. Um, Students see on the right-hand side the content browser, which has moved. So content will be up here now. They will still see the calendar, which will list upcoming due dates for specifics like discussion threads or projects. And of course, they'll always have updates. You can see here that I still have some discussion posts to read from something I was working on. So if they click this, they are taken directly to the courses page, essentially, that has all of the assignments and schedule on it. So over to the left in CourseDen, they get an overview, and if I click on this, what you guys actually see would be the advertisement that I created and sent to different departments on campus, and it's also included in our department's publication on courses offered. Currently, I don't make use of bookmarks, and I plan on doing that. I think this might be a place where I can list some of the resources, accessibility statements, for example, or perhaps student resources for help. Even though they have resources up here, it might be good to list them in this as well. The course schedule, of course, would take them directly to the calendar. I love that they can look at the full schedule at any time, as well as obviously what is coming up. But then we get directly to the modules. And I'm just going to go through one module to show you how I have it set up and to point out some of the changes that I would make or planning on making. Up at the top, we have the opportunity to give a description of the module, which I think is a place where I will begin embedding my module, not only activities, but also module objectives. I think that's a good place to get them oriented in the beginning. At the each of the modules should have that at the start. My checklist is all important in modules, and I'm going to show you why. For this module 1 example, I'm showing you, I want to kind of point out the way that I structure all of the checklists for consistency's sake. They always have reading, viewing, and I embed whatever I've created here for them, discussion, and completion. So each of these action verbs guide them through, each guides them through the module's activities, I would hope. And I try, if applicable, to put perhaps some suggestions. So it's not just read the novel Forge, but perhaps they need to have these materials read by the time their group meets to record Colloquy 1. So I'm kind of in those moments letting them know that it's not just getting something read by end of module, but telling them when they should have it read so that they can have a productive discussion in Colloquy 1, which is the podcast. So the supplemental materials that I provide, I always hyperlink so they open PDF. And then, of course, here you can see me giving them some extra reading, especially if they're not attuned or they need a refresher on literary criticism or major questions to ask literature when you're reading it, to open a dialogue between you and the text. So I give them that, and again, I'm trying to be really detailed in each of these sections to let them know what they should read and when. My videos, I embed them here. These were just introductory videos. It was pretty long, so I broke it up into 3. And then always the discussion topic, and then I remind them, in this case at least, that this was the one I was going to respond to and create, because I was modeling for them the discussion thread assignment that I have in my class, which is student-led and student-moderated. And then, of course, down here they have the actions that they need to complete. So Colloquy 1 is the assignment, and then orientation had assignments in it as well. Each of the module checklists is set up like this. And again, for that reason, I think they're incredibly important. Students do check them off as they go through to let them know their progress. Then you can see out back in the module list, not only links to the particular discussion threads, but also then Colloquy 1 assignment, and rubrics are always posted directly underneath any assignment. Colloquy 1 is also another forum. That's where they posted their podcast links. And then, of course, they had the first discussion forum thread assignment, again, followed directly by the rubric. Each module is set up in this structure to create consistency. So you can see once again, Module 2's checklist is here. And it's set up, read, view, discuss, complete, once again, to create that consistency. They also have their discussion threads, Project 1, a rubric directly following, and in this, of course, they're turning in a writing portion that they write individually, so they're actually, they have a Dropbox here, rather. So again, I try to set up consistency throughout the modules. I really rely a great deal on the Module 3 checklist. Apparently my cat wants to talk to us. Hush, hush now. And so that's the way that I try to set up consistency in navigation. Now, up top in this blue bar that is consistent over all courses, you can see other resources and the way that these link up. For example, were I to click on this, what would appear would be the Dropbox. Communication is for chat, class list, discussion threads pop up here, and then resources. I need to pull some of these out and put them either in the bookmarks and or I guess in particular assignments. That's one of my plans after having this course. The grade book, students can always check. I have my grades set to allow students to see their progress at any time. So once I log grades, they're able to see their ongoing progress. I find that even though this might bother Scott because I know he wants students to know how to do this on their own, reading in another thread, even though they could figure the grades out on their own, definitely it can help if they have that numerical grade in front of them. It doesn't allow us to get bogged down. It allows them to move forward into the content to continue earning the best grades they can. And so that's my course navigation. I hope that it's consistent. I definitely see places for improvement in the class. I'm still quite fond of the news tool, or rather the announcements tool, and the module checklist function in CourseDen. I think it provides wonderful consistency and keeps students focused on the actions they need to complete in each and every module that they have over the 8-week compressed graduate session that I teach them in this class. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to any suggestions you might have, especially as I think about ways to foreground resources and to foreground module objectives. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.